I'm hoping what I said could make you change your mind.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vivianoseni, and on this channel I talk about everything nursing, lifestyle, motherhood and beauty and all that good stuff. So if you like any of these things, please hit the subscribe button and the notification button to get notifications whenever I post a new video. All my subscribers, thank you very much for being here, and to the new subscribers, thank you for doing this. I love you all. So today I'm going to be talking about how to identify a good agency for your nursing journey to the UK or to wherever in the world, actually in Europe. So if you're interested in any of this, stick to the end of this video. For you to get into the UK from overseas, especially outside of the UK, you will need an agency or a liaison with an agency to get into the UK. On very rare occasions, you may have a direct link with hospital or your employer, as the case may be. So today, that's going to be my focus. So if you're interested in this, do well to stick around. Welcome back. So now I'm going to be talking about agencies. Who are agencies? Agencies are recruitment companies or bodies that are registered in the UK or in Europe to recruit workers or health professionals to employers in the UK or in Europe, in any part of the world in particular. So, how do you identify a good agency? One, the agency must be registered with a registration number in the UK or in Europe. That's the first test of a true agency. Any agency that's not registered without a number that you cannot look up and find is not legit. Two, such agencies will most likely have a website where you can find every information you need about them and link to their works and other things they have done. Three, every good agency should have good reviews and good references. Just like they expect references from you as a nurse, they should also have good reviews and references from nurses who have worked with them in the past. And how do you find this? You mostly find this on their websites or in their home pages, or in their mostly in their websites, where you see live people from different parts of the world recommending their services to other nurses. So that's also a true test of a good agency. Good reviews from other people who have worked with them. Another thing you can look out for in a good agency is that these agencies should have a standard working procedure. They should have something that works for them and not just telling you to come and not telling you what's going to follow. Every agency should have what is their standard, how they recruit, where they recruit, and to whom they recruit. They should be able to answer your questions about your recruitment process. Identifying a good agency also, most of these agencies could also be growing. Example being that they've not had their feet well in the business, so they're just growing and trying to prove themselves to employers that they can bring nurses to the UK. So sometimes just give them the benefit of the doubt, but with reason. A good test of a good agency is one who is able to link you to your employer and have good open communication line. A good agency should have a good open communication line. This, I mean, they should be able to communicate effectively with you. Any agency that sends you emails once in every 4 months or 2 months is not a very serious agency. It's either one, they found the candidate they want and are just buying time with you, or two, they're not interested in you. Any agency who is interested in you will give you time, respond to your emails, respond to your messages, and respond to all your questions. Now, a true test of a good agency is one that responds to your questions and not beat around the bush. If you ask any agency any question or any agent any questions and they're not able to give you a direct factual answer, then those agents don't know what they're doing. Any agent that's able to give you direct factual answers and link you directly to your employer in a timely manner is one which you should go ahead and work with. A good agent should be one who is able to link you up with your employer to plan for an interview for you. Say, for example, a Skype interview that is going to lead you to getting your job. Those agencies which are genuine are able to link you directly to an employer in the UK or anywhere in Europe for you to get your Skype interview done. Another two tests of a good agency is that they're going to give you outlined processes of how and what to expect in your interview. No agency wants his or her nurses to fail interview exams or interviews with employers. They are going to build you up with questions and things you should expect in your interview, so that when you go in the interview, you're going to come out with flying colors. A good agency should also give you information about the employer you're going to be interviewed by. This agency should be able to tell you what this employer does, have first-hand information about the employer, give you direct links to their website, and you also can do your own homework by looking up these employers by yourself. Now, good agencies should be one that should not ask you for any money. That is the number one test of any agency. Any agency that asks you to bring any money for recruitment is false. Asks you to bring money even for your flight, as far as I'm concerned, is false. If they are genuine, they should be willing to pay for your flight and even send you your tickets to your home country to board and come over to the UK. But even if they don't pay your ticket, but at least they should have paid your visa fee firsthand before anything. A good agency should keep to their works and to their word and to the terms of employment that has been given in your offer letter, and should be able to pursue it to the latter to ensure that you get all your benefits and all your bonuses and overseas nurses who has been employed by any given employer. For instance, where your employer has promised to give you free flight, free visa fee, free IHS, depending on free accommodation or whatever. A good agency should be one that should be able to ensure that your employer pays for your visa fee, pays for your flight ticket, and gives you money or provides arrangements for accommodation for you in your first month or 2 or 3 months when you come into the UK. Now, a good agency is one that I said should always respond promptly to your questions and your answer. Your agency should be one that should have a free and open line of communication and not trying to hide things about from you or trying to get into a deal that is not so favorable just to make themselves appear good to both a nurse or an employer. Now, how can you boycott agencies? Sincerely speaking, I would say most agencies give nurses the good deals for them when they want to get jobs in the UK. However, you can still also find these jobs by yourself if you go to the right websites online that are safe and secure to seek for real NHS jobs or real nursing home jobs. So, for instance, if you see any job adverts, check on the website of the nursing home or the NHS itself and check that these jobs are being advertised on those websites. However, some NHSs do not advertise all their job offers online, especially those jobs as pertains overseas nurses. So this is where agencies come to play. The agencies have these allocations to bring XY amount of nurses for these NHSs. So you may not find those job offers online. However, if you go onto nhsjob.uk, you will find every NHS job that is available in the UK, therein, even in all the locations. So you can directly apply to the NHS for a job. And if you're lucky, you get an Sky interview arranged for you by the NHS or the trust. But this is where the agencies come in. Most of the times, the NHS are so busy that they don't have time to go through all the bulk of their interviews or to arrange a Skype. But with the help of an agency, the agency speaks on your behalf to ensure that your Skype interview is brought to life by the NHS. But sometimes when you go by yourself, you may not be lucky, but some trusts are always willing and even able to do Skype interview for you if you apply directly to them. So you may not always need the agencies, but just because you are first in the business and you may not know how things are done, you may well need the agency to help you in securing your first job in the UK. So if you think you're confident enough and you're able to communicate well, you have good professional manner in your emails and your messages, then I think you can also go ahead by yourself, apply for this job on the NHS website, look up the care homes in nursing in the UK, go onto their website and look for their job offers, and that way you save yourself the hassle of any agency trying to put you into a dilly-dally or into a dicey situation. You get the deal straight. And the good thing about these recruitment processes is that they are always straight to the point. Whatever they say they do is what they do. whatever they say they're not going to do it. So this is where the agencies go wrong. Some of them promise you things which the trust or your employer has not promised them, and then at the end of the day you are angry or you're sad because you couldn't get all the bonuses that has been promised to you by your agencies. So it's always good to always check with the NHS website, or at least with the HR or the recruitment department of the employer in which the agency is getting you into, to confirm all the bonuses that have been promised you by your agency. So I think these are the few things you should look out for in any agency that is going to help you in your journey to the UK. Ensure that no one asks you for a dime in the recruitment process. Ensure that nobody dribbles you or scams you of your money. You are not supposed to pay any money for any recruitment in the UK, as far as I know and as far as I'm aware. Alright, so I think those are the major things, and where possible, do your best to find these jobs by yourselves. There are many websites online that will help you to get jobs directly in the UK. You have the NHS job.uk, you have the adizwa.com, you have the indeed.com, and loads like that. Just go on this website and seek for jobs by yourself, submit your CV, and with the trust are interested in you, they will send you a message and you get your first job. All right, for this video I just wanted to talk about these agencies so you can have trust in any agency that is coming to you with any offers that they are coming through, so you do not get scrambled or you do not get disappointed along the way. All right, if you have any questions about agencies, do well to ask me in the comment section. I'll do my best to answer. I thank you for being here. I'll see you all in my next one. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you all.